What up? Thank you for watching Reading the News. I'm Matthew, reading an article about an artist named Misha. I'm going to butcher this name. Hapanwala, Japanwala, who casts body parts, and it looked real interesting. So I thought I would share it with you. I hope you're having an amazing day, and I hope maybe this will spark some sort of creativity in yourself. The title is Shame Has Become Her Area of Expertise. Misha Hapanwala casts women's body parts for the sake of posterity by Amina Inayat Khan. Misha Hapanwala looked around her studio in the week leading up to her gallery show and wondered whether there were, quote, too many nipples. She was talking, of course, about the nipples she plaster cast from the bodies of 7 anonymized Pakistani people. They are part of Miss Hapanwala's new collection, Ben-Ghairati Ki Nishani, Traces of the Shamelessness, showing at Hannah Traore Gallery in Manhattan through July 30th. Ms. Hapanwala, a visual artist who lives in Jersey City, New Jersey, spent several months last year in Karachi, Pakistan, where she grew up, making body castings of local women and LGBTQ people. Her work aims to be a historical record of a population governed by the laws of shame. In a country where violence against women, including honor killings, is rampant, bucking social conventions and being branded, quote, shameless, can put a person's life at risk. Attending an Aurat Women's March, a rally for women's rights, has led to threats of murder and rape. Conservative and religious leaders have even campaigned to legally ban Aurat marches, while pundits scream obscenities on television at the women who march with signs such as Mira Hasim Mary Marzi, my body, my choice. When so much of our existence has been subject to a campaign of disappearance, this collection is a present-day physical reminder that our lives and our stories are part of the fabric of our people, and will continue to be so even hundreds of years from now, Ms. Hapanwala said. The Ben-Ghairati project was born in the wake of criticism Ms. Hapanwala, 27, received for her thesis collection at Parsons in 2018, a series of pieces cast from her own body reflecting on exploring her personal relationship to shame, the one she inherited in Pakistan. My thesis was the first time I was actually able to reflect on my identity and understand what a gift my body and my agency was, she said. My thesis was the first time. This is definitely making me feel creative. Oh my goodness, what an amazing human. As her work gained visibility in editorial spreads like Vogue Spain and on celebrities like Cardi B, Julia Fox, and Joy Crookes, she found herself in the eye of a new storm. The comments under pictures of her work on Instagram were littered with strangers calling her shameless, sick, and obscene in both English and Urdu. As a result, Ms. Hapanwala became obsessed with the concept of shame, transforming shamelessness into an area of study. Working on this project gave her the understanding that shame and modesty are two entirely different categories that have nothing to do with one another, and that shame is a pillar of patriarchy and a tool for control, she said. Around the time the idea for this project began to seed, her grandmother died. Ms. Hapanwala would walk by marble shops outside the cemetery and watch the workers carve marble figurines and inscriptions into the gravestones. She had also been long watching her city fall apart, crumbling under facades, torn up streets, and no infrastructure to fix them. It was at this crossroad that she glimpsed something that resembled the end of the world, strands of death, disintegration, Legacy and Agency formed a braid, the collection, a series of resin body parts with metal coatings aimed to look like oxidized copper statues, is a fictionalized time capsule of what today's fight for gender equality will look like one day, hundreds of years from now. There are 3 parts to the collection. The core, a series of body castings of Pakistani artists and painters who embrace shamelessness in the images they create. A collage of hand sculptures of artists, filmmakers, writers, educators who are forging paths to a more gender-liberated society, titled Hands of a Revolution. And an anonymous project where nipples serve as unique fingerprints of the subject, some of whom are recently divorced, transitioning, or survivors of breast cancer. Her muses include Charmaine Obaid Chinoy, the Oscar-winning documentarian, and Dua Mangi, a woman who survived an abduction that began a national debate on victim blaming. The pieces look damaged by the elements and time. They are Miss Happenwallah's artifacts, future found objects, and high fidelity that offer unequivocal evidence of Karachites resisting gender-based violence. Mitra Javed, a filmmaker who made a short fashion film of Miss Happenwallah's collection, said she's unafraid of pushing boundaries, questioning status quos, and creating conversations around the liberation of the body. The short features an unreleased song by Ali Sethi, a Pakistani musician who just performed at Coachella, and Gregory Rugovi. I'm struck by the poetry in Misha's work, which turns nakedness into a paradox of existence. When we wear her breastplates, we are both exposed and armored, bare and barricaded, Mr. Sethi said in an email. When she asked me to lend a piece of my music for the video, I sent my most spare, empty, naked composition yet. After the devastating floods in Pakistan last year, natural disaster also became a big part of Miss Happenwallah's visual language for the imaginary future she created in this collection. She wanted remnants of old life being washed up on the coast of Karachi at the end of one civilization and the beginning of another. When the world ends, that is going to be ground zero. You know what I mean? Badass. The photo of this artist, thank you for doing what you're doing. And thank you for watching. I love you. You're beautiful. Peace.